Hello and welcome back to Comic Lounge. Today's going to be a bit of a hefty one since I am returned now again to the recent haul videos. I have finally come back with a fairly hefty stack of comics that I've been accumulating since the beginning of the month. So again, all from the highway to the gaming zone. So without wasting any more time, I will see you after this. So yeah, obviously these have been accumulating since pretty much around maybe close to the end of April, but definitely it's around the beginning of May, right around the time I actually it would around been Free Comic Book Day. And while the Highway to the Gaming Zone doesn't really specialize in getting in the actual free comics, what they did decide to do out of courtesy was take one of their random boxes, whatever stuff that was usually in for $1, whatever, and put them out for free, basically, at least a comic per customer. But you can at least get away with going in twice because they decided to do the free comics for once a day. So basically from Saturday to Sunday. And so that's what I'm going to start the video off is with that. So of the comics, since this would have been on the day that I went to see the Thunderbolts, and I didn't, by the way, I didn't grab any Thunderbolts comics while I was there, but I did see it. But anyways, on that day, I decided to pop in and see what I can get for free. And this was been one I was eyeing in, but I didn't want to pay $5 because of the condition, but I was able to get it for free. So this is Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom. This, of course, is issue number 30. This would have been when Whitman decided to take, I guess, rights, whatever, of the character since their origin were being published by Gold Key in the 60s. And basically to try and finish up the run that obviously, because again, it got canceled right in the end of the 60s. So this is pretty much the first ever Man of the Soul, Dr. Solar, Man of the Atom in the Bronze Age. Even though technically this is more silver, still this is his first, and it pretty much was to finish up the run. So very cool nonetheless. Not the greatest condition by any means, but still for the condition and the fact that I was able to get this for free in a way, it was definitely cool. But on that day, I wanted to, without just trying be petty, whatever, and just going, I just want the free comic. I wanted to be at least helpful and at least get another comic. And this is one of the brand new in, and you know me, I've been picking up Deathstroke comics, and so this one they had. This was the variant though, the Francesco Mattina variant for Deathstroke 42, or number 42 from the Christopher Priest run. Him, of course, battling Damian Wayne. So again, this was $3, so I figured, fine, I'll get it. I'll check it out because I do like the Christopher Priest run. It's probably the second best run behind the original run from the 90s. So this is probably the second best for me, and the second best real great characterization of Deathstroke, you know, Slade Wilson / Deathstroke. Then the following day on Sunday, I popped back in, and this time again, I rummaged through because I noticed this was in there, and since you only were allowed a free comic, you know, per visit, at least a day, I had to make sure I got this one for free the next day. So you don't see a lot of this character stuff here and there, but once in a while, you kind of, when you do, you kind of have to pick it up because they're not that easy to get a hold of. And so we have Sergio Agoni's Gru the Wanderer. This is number 31, and this is one of those really off-ball sort of characters that they had acquired that was overseas, whatever, like internationally. And so this was one of those off-ball characters. This may have not been number one, but the fact is they were selling this originally for $8, but they decided they were going to give this one for free on that day, so I wanted to take advantage. So there you have it. Gru the Wanderer, number 31. and a newsstand, by the way. So very cool. And again, just the same tactic I did the day before. I want to at least get at least some comics to get with not to be so petty and everything, and just be like, I just want the free comics. So I did the same thing. Since I picked up Deathstroke number 42, they also had a variant for number 43, and that be the Clayton Crane, Clayton Crane, excuse me. Of course, he did my Spawn 301 comic. I've got his variant, but this is his variant for Deathstroke number 43 from the Christopher Priest run, so I had to. It's a great cover, by the way. I do like me some Clayton Crane, even though I don't have a whole lot of his stuff. Not as much compared to Francesco Mattina, but I wish, because I actually think Clayton Crane's a slightly better artist than Francesco Mattina. Of course, these days he's in hot water over the fact that he's been using AI and everything for his artwork, but during this period, I don't think not so much. He was very digital though, but not so much. But these days he did, so pretty bad. Anyways, and the next comic I grabbed, since I finally decided, all right, I'll get it, because it's during the low print run for Punisher Warzone, but it's number 30. And this was actually $5. Deathstroke was $3. This was actually $5 in fairly good condition, by the way. So I decided, all right, I'll grab it. There you have it. So that's pretty much most of the comics I picked up around Free Comic Book Day. Now, let's get into the comics that I've just been accumulating since Free Comic Book Day. So let me get to the Marvel one, since it's a very short one, and I won't hope I won't take up too much time. So here we go. This was a really cool find. Not the greatest condition, but still very passable. But here we have is King Conan number 13. Great that it's in a newsstand. But what makes this great is that this is actually Mark Silvestri's first ever published artwork for Marvel. So, and again, this is 82. This is very early Mark Silvestri, and so this was great. And they had it for $4. So for the condition and everything, you know what? I'll take it at $4. This was good. This was a good find. So King Conan number 13, Mark Silvestri's first artwork for Marvel Comics. Don't forget that one. So there we go. Had to grab that one. This one was cool for $3. Of all of some of the Mighty Thor issues they had for $5, they were not keys, but the one they had that was the key they had for $3, and this was a really good one. But what we have is the Mighty Thor 339, and it's definitely not super near mint, but it's definitely a great mid-grade copy, really good mid-grade. This is pretty much Beta Ray Bill's third ever appearance, and it's also the first appearance for his hammer, Stormbreaker. And of course, it's pretty much being already given away on the cover that he would get Stormbreaker, his own personal hammer from Asgard. But yeah, and it's great that it's in the newsstand. So the Mighty Thor 339, $3. The other ones that were not keys were being listed for $5, but I'll take this. I'll definitely take this for $3. I couldn't pass that up. This was actually $1. It's very much a cool one, nonetheless. But Alpha Flight number 90, just a great Jim Lee run, anyways, for Alpha Flight. But this is pretty much the return of the original Guardian, but also the first appearance for I forgot her name already, who becomes the next Guardian. So there we go. I think it's pretty much either her husband or her brother. I don't want to try and get those two mixed up, but again, still, it's pretty much a bit of a small key, but hey, for $1, and not super perfect condition, because there's definitely some spine ticks and a little bit of color breaking ones, but it still was great, still worth it. So for $1, you know what, they've been having it there for like months now, and no one's ever picked it up, so I figured I might as well just pick it up. Finally, the last Marvel book I'm going to show here is this one right here, which is Hellstorm Prince of Lies number 15. This, of course, is right when Warren Ellis took over the writing duties, and this is pretty much where everyone says this is where it gets better. the story of everything for Damien Hellstorm, whatever, son of Satan, basically. But this is kind of when the run starts to become a little bit more scarce. Not super scarce, not super rare, but it starts to become a little bit more not super easy to find. It definitely becomes tricky. So this was actually they had for $3, so you know what? I'll grab it. You don't really see this, and I've been seeing someone already on eBay trying to sell this for close to $10. So, not super perfect condition. It's still good condition nonetheless, but not near mint. Still, it is not super easy to find, and I figured I'll just jump the gun. So again, I have yet to kind of bag and board it anyway. So there you have it. Hellstorm Prince of Lies number 15. There we go. That's all the Marvel books I'm going to show. Now let's get to the bulk of the video, and that's nothing but DC. And so I'm going to try and whip through these as quick as I can. Let's get into some early 90s Action Comics. Here we have this Action Comics 656. First appearance of Blaze, the sister of Lord Satanus. Still a fairly good sharp copy for this one. Again, $3 for this one. Great Kerry Gamble cover nonetheless. And I almost would say almost a first cover appearance as well. So this was pretty good. At least first full appearance, they say, but still, it pretty much works good. So Action Comics 656. And then, of course, here we have a 662 right here. And this is pretty much the comic that is notorious for, well, where Lois Lane pretty much is told from Clark Kent that he's Superman. So this is where she finds out that Clark Kent is Superman. So very cool nonetheless. $3 as well. It was still fine pickup, not super sharp for that copy, but still, it's still a fairly sharp copy nonetheless. Even there's some spine ticks here and there. Now here's a real brand new one. There's a couple brand new ones I just picked up today, but here we have this Green Lantern 197. Since of course right now we've got Nathan Fillion again playing Guy Gardner, since they already even just showed the trailer for Peacemaker Season 2, I figured let me find some other sort of Guy Gardner sort of covers, and hey, we got a good one. First battle as well between Guy Gardner and the John Stewart Green Lantern. So this was actually $5, but hey, it's in pretty good sharp condition, so I couldn't pass it up. I know there's definitely some keys in this one, like what the death of Green Lantern's Bora, whatever they say on Key Comics Collectors, but still, it's still a good one. Great cover nonetheless, so I couldn't pass that one up. Now the rest of these are going to be nothing but Titan related / Deathstroke related. So here you have is Tales of the Teen Titans number 51. I know there's definitely a first appearance in this one, but you know what? I am not going to take too much time. Eventually, everyone will figure out. You always look it up. But here it is again, Tales of the Teen Titans number 51. Great cover nonetheless with Beast Boy attacking Jericho. Again, Deathstroke's son. Really cool nonetheless. Great George Perez artwork. And of course, we have number 52. This was probably one of the sharpest looking copies I can find up there. But again, number 52. I would say this would be the first cover appearance for Cheshire right here. And it's also the overall third appearance for her. So very cool nonetheless. So this was actually also $3. Both these two were $3. So I finally couldn't pass something. They had plenty of different copies of this one, but this was the one that just seemed to be the best overall. So I had to pick it up. So here we have the new Titans number 78, all part of the Titans Hunt story. So number 78 and then number 79. Did I ever show this one? I might have showed this one already. Yeah, I think I showed that one already. Yeah, skip that one. There we go. Again, number 78. Brain fart already. And of course, Teen Titans number 1. I got these for mostly, again, Deathstroke. And again, this is also part of the Total Chaos story. So I've been trying to collect some of those. Here's a great sort of Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle cover. It is from the 4th volume or 3rd volume of Teen Titans from the 2000s at least. Again, the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. Great cover nonetheless. I mostly got it also for Rose Wilson. But hey, I just always thought it's a very funny cover anyways, with the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle. And here and there, I always pick up Titans stuff, at least from the this run of Titans. Not new Teen Titans, not new Titans, nor even just Teen Titans, just straight up Titans. This will have been the second volume where they just titled it Titans. And again, this was basically a continuation from number 26, where Deathstroke and his team, which were all part of that Villains for Hire one-shot comic. Again, Arsenal, a.k.a. Roy Harper, a.k.a. Speedy, kissing Cheshire, because they've been having a relationship since basically the 90s and everything. But this is basically a continuation where they're going after a child trafficking ring. So that's the reason why. And here we go. Here's another one shot. This is main reason because of Deathstroke, but it is Teen Titans Cold Case. A great cover nonetheless. Again with Captain Cold, and of course Deathstroke looming in the back, face and everything. Very cool. Finally, since I picked up 42 and 43 of the Deathstroke issues from the Christopher Priest run, I decided I might as well pick up number 45. This is pretty much the comic book where Rose Wilson, formerly Ravager, at least the fourth Ravager, finally takes over for a bit of while as Deathstroke, basically as her father. So she actually becomes Deathstroke during this period, and it's a very short stint. But hey, they were kind of teasing that he had died, but really they were about to resurrect him. Still, I just wanted these mainly. I'm just a fan of the Deathstroke character as it is. So there you go, folks. There's pretty much everything that I picked up, and I know there's definitely some first appearances. I actually should bring this one up since I'm now remembering. There's a character named Azrael that actually appears in this one, but it has nothing to do with Jean-Paul Valley. Okay, that's one to get that one out of the way. Either way, there you have it. If you have any sort of thoughts on a lot of the comic books I just showed, you can all leave them down in the comment section below. But if not, I hope I introduced you to some new comics and everything. So with that, if you really like what I'm showing, you like what I'm talking about, you just like my personality, again, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to miss on any more new content. It will do me great and it'll do you great. So with that, keep on buying, keep on hunting, keep on collecting, keep on reading comic books, everybody. I'll see you next time.